Hi all and welcome to the video. In this one, it's Shade Playthrough number 22. Okay then folks, we are as we left it last time, just here killing a couple of these to ding 198. However, we've now done our dailies, and as you can see we are very close to hitting 199, and hopefully if we do a little more of this quest, let's have a look. Dr. Hestia asked you to go to the necropolis and might have been used a courtesy of Dazan to find something of interest, bring it back to her. And if you consult the Oracle, which is of course AO Universe, it'll tell you you need to kill a couple of mobs up there. Now they're a particular named mob. I've already forgotten what the name is, but we'll head up there and find our way there. Now, as I was saying on the last episode, we had a rather large Sunday dinner fairly late on in the evening, and I'd been over at my in-laws where the tap at the back of the kitchen sink had sprung a leak, and I was there most of the afternoon fixing that. So subsequently, after finishing dinner, I decided I would have a little nap. Unfortunately, that little nap lasted from 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 7 o'clock in the evening, until about 4 o'clock in the morning. Now, I did try to get back to sleep, however, that wasn't to be. I'd effectively had an entire night's sleep during my nap. So I decided I would do a Shade playthrough in the little studio stroke man cave. However, this also meant I had to keep my voice down and be very much on top of the mic. So apologies if I sound a little odd on that video, but it's entirely down to that. Whereas now it's around lunchtime and we should be okay for volume. Now then, I've also had a little tweak with Sweet FX, and while I've actually reduced the contrast just a little bit so that you get more detail in the shadows, I've also wound down the black clip. And if you don't know what that is, effectively it means that everything at this number level, so let's say everything that's as dark as or has a gamma value of X, anything that's below that will appear as absolutely pitch black. And it was set a little too high, I think, because it sucked a lot of detail out of darker places, very much like the one we're in now. Most of Lower Sheol is, well, it's pretty damn dark. So you are technically in a cave, but I think with this new beta engine, what might be a better idea, hello mate, is if we had a little more of those mushrooms around to illuminate, and then you would be able to see where you were going and not fall off the edge. There they are down there. So, you know, just perhaps a few more of these to light our way, or give them a more ambient sort of a light, so you know they would actually illuminate their, you know, the cave floor, I suppose, that I'm walking along here. Now I get that some places should be really dark, but it's so dark that you can't see the edge of anything without fussing with the sort of gamma. And it's only the case with the new engine, and I've tried it with Sweet FX entirely disabled, and it's exactly the same. It's just too damn dark to see anything. So it is an open beta. We have to remember that this is not a finished engine. So in fact, we are likely to see quite a few more sort of changes to that before we really get much more sort of involvement with that. And there's going to be newer textures, and also I've heard on the grapevine, I cannot reveal my sources, but I've also heard that at the moment they're going to do a little bit on the lighting, which shouldn't be too big of a job because it's area circumstantial, so it's quite an easy fix. Oh, hang on, what mod do I want? And that's going to be followed by new character models, but I haven't got any kind of dates for us. Let's check the Oracle again. Oh, there you go. Passive aggressive. Right, okay. So it's these guys we want. No idea if I'm going to pull all of them as ads. Well, let's have a go. No. Oh, well, that's good. Some even grey mobs can still remain social, so we'll kill a couple more. Have any luck with this guy? Nope. Okay, and let's try another one. Actually use some perks on this one. There we go. Anything for us? No. Ah, well, there's one that's not wandering around over here. Let's just let's see how he is. Let's see if we can get a sneak on him. Oh, yes. Yay. That's what we want. Right, okay. So now we've got that, we return, I think. Where are we going to? Dr. Hestia, I think. But yes, it's a little bit too gloomy down here. So I'll speed up the run back. So we're actually increasing the gamma quite a bit. And once again, as I said in the last video, if anyone knows what this is actually, what this dangly thing is, let me know. Because for the last 13 years, I don't think anyone's actually offered a good explanation of what it's actually meant to be. When we first saw it in 2002, when Shadowlands was released, we weren't sure if it was a mob or not. We tried to sort of attack it and it didn't work, so never been completely sure about that. I mean, it behaves as though it's scenery, so more than that, we don't know. Here she is. Dr. Hestia. I found the burial stone. Could that be of interest to you? So let's hand that over. Oh yes, baby. Ding. So that was an extra 30 piercing. And we'll carry on that one just for the now. And I'll sort that in a second. I'll bring her the burial stone. Send my regards. Right, so, searching for answers. Dr. Hestia asked you to look for evidence there might have been an Azan cemetery here in Sheol. She found a cracked Zan burial stone that you brought back to her. She told you to bring it to Dr. Darnell if you want to know more about the Zan religion. Well, we know where Dr. Darnell is, and yes, it's more running. Now, I've had to change the shoes on this character because we virtually wore them out doing this quest. Let's chance it. Right, here we go. Go and visit our favourite doctor with some hippie chic. Now then, there she is in a Scooby-Doo costume. See? It is though, isn't it? Come on, admit it. Whoever designed that NPC was thinking, oh, I've got this little peaceful island and some obscure-looking plants. Maybe that's the connection. Can you tell me about their religion? And she says lots of words. What can you tell me about the gardens? Or of the gardens? Do you want me to find an old insignia for you? That's the insignia I was thinking of previously. Right, okay, now that's quite a run, so let's take our shortcut again. We'll beacon back to Rubikar. See, the light is dark, just as dark here as it is anywhere else in game, but you can see Sheol in the shadows is far too dark. But I have faith in Major. I genuinely believe the guy will fix it. No, I don't want to go to ICC. Why? Because lag, that's why. Granted, there is more illumination available in urban areas, but even so, Now, the reason I haven't saved in Sheol and used my other beacon warp is because this character is actually saved in Inferno, and it's still a little bit sort of dicey getting back there and getting myself saved. I've got to faff about taking armour on and off, etc., which if I can avoid doing, I will. So I'll just leave the character actually saved in the Inferno Garden. Now there's a follow-on quest for this, which is the other spirits that were in the area we've just been to. However, it's for a computing ring. I'm going to save that for possibly later on, once this character has enough faction for the XP rewards. Then we're sort of using this quest at the moment simply to, rather than just gun through tons of Inferno missions, which would be quicker XP per sort of hour played, provided you've got a good team and you're blasting through the missions at a decent rate of speed. But that does get monotonous, especially when you've already got... let's just have a look. I actually forget, so there's my alt. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 220s already, and 4 of them are AI 30, LE 70. So, you know, I'd like to mix it up a bit now and again. Right, so we're coming back up on Sheol. And I know the mob we need to kill. I was trying to get this item yesterday, but perhaps they only drop it when you have the quest. I don't know. It would be a little odd if that was the case, but I do remember having to do that previously, that it was quicker to get the insignia while you were there, but for some reason yesterday it didn't actually want to drop. So what can I tell you? Let's just double check now. We'll flick back. Coma Eltath Wen we want, I think. Yeah. Don't actually need any spec books. Let's just get to our guys. Coma Eltath is not the one we want. Interesting. Shows them in that area though. Ah, there we are. How I keep managing to open trade. Could have been that easy yesterday, couldn't it? Oh well. I think the other guys actually drop regular insignias, and that would be a little bit quicker way back to Dr. Darnell. Oh my god. Such a shame I don't need any of those. I'm too high level to use them. Oh, it looks like the sun is coming up in Sheol. Right, so we want the garden. And then we want... oh yeah, what was the name? Let's just have a quick look. Clutching Light. Or is that a Sanctuary exit? No, it's this one. Right, I'm only pausing the video here while I go help someone. I will be back. Right, so we'll take the exit here, Clutching Light. And as you can see, now the sun has come up. It's looking a fair bit brighter. Oh, famous last words, it's just gone dark again. Oh hum. Right, so we're on our way back to Dr. Darnell. Well, this looks a lot better with some light. So, yeah. Okay, Dr. Darnell. I have an ancient insignia for you, and indeed we do. So let's pop this back. Not as much XP as I was hoping for, but it is XP. Right, okay. So that seems to end it, but I think... or did we pick up another mission? Find the roach statue. So we've got that insignia. Does she not give us a roach signature as well? Let's consult the oracle. Find an insignia roach or an ancient insignia. Done that. While you're near the court, you could blah 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 learn about the gardens. Okay. So which insignia have I actually got? I've got Orca. Find the roach statue, find the Orca statue. But I don't have that one. That she gave us that. So why have we got find the roach? This is slightly strange. Dr. Darnell told you to visit the Garden of Orca here in Shoal. Ah, right, okay, so I don't need to go into the unread garden. And doing. Get pushed off. That's better. So yes, that's all we had to do. Was target that and then enter the redeemed garden. Could have saved a lot of time. But oh well. Right, so I had to target the Orca statue. Gouter. You're a turd. You are still a turd, you were a turd when you made this, and you're still a turd for making this. This is a science fiction game. This is not a fantasy game. Okay, so that updated that. Now we've got to find a insignia. Wrong. Wrong. Hurrah. Right, now talk to. Return to. Okay, well, we've already had the conversation twice now, so fair enough. Right, let's go back to the gloom. Clutching light. I think that's, well, if it's not, it's too late. Clutching light. Lack of any. Yeah, I need to. I mean, yes, we're in a cave, but can we just put some luminous moss around the cave, something like that? Yay, sunshine. Yeah, the difference in the darkness is too much. Needs tweaking. I appreciate it's meant to be atmospheric and a dark cave, but, you know, if you can't see where you're going, maybe it's a bit too dark. That said, I absolutely loved Alien Isolation, and a lot of that game was super dark. But, you know, that's a standalone game, isn't it? Dr. Darnell. I visited one of the gardens as you told me to. Shut up, give me XP. XP, please. You know, when I said this was less monotonous than doing missions, I may have been wrong. Thank you. Goodbye. Find an urn. Right. I think I know where this is, actually. The horrible thing is, without a garden key, there's no quick way there, and I'm almost sure these guys don't drop them. No, they don't. More running through gloom. Ay, ay, ay. Are we quicker running from Elysium, I wonder? Maybe not. I should probably have found more insignias. It's light. It's dark again. A jar. That's what we want. And we seem to be moving in the right direction for it. Before we have to go running back to Dr. Darnell again. Too much running around. Way too much. Do I use something on it? Do something with it? What does it say? Oh, God. Read the instructions. Oh, that's what you look like in daylight, Dr. Hest. Yeah. Right. Blah, blah, blah. Come on. XP. Come on. Oh. Oh, right. So it's not that jar. It's a different jar. Oh, God. Never mind. It's another run round a mission to find an object stage. So, okay, we're going to do that. Find staff, give staff. Right. So I'm wondering, is that jar... I'm guessing then, that jar must be part of the Yutto's Zan quest, maybe? It could be, couldn't it? At the end of all this, the items you actually get for Shade are shockingly poor. You get a necklace of alacrity. I think perhaps when the game was designed, Shades could not use token boards, which was stupid, and that's why they now can. So I think it was like in some way meant to make up for it, which it didn't. So the reward is still the same, even though the game has changed. So it's another one of those things that could do with looking at, because every other class other than Shade and Keeper actually gets, well, not a fantastic reward, but something that you're not going to just delete to save inventory space. So more useful than that. Whereas what we've got, I don't think so. Rightio. Do these guys, do they drop insignias? Well, that one didn't. Right. Night vision. So I don't know what's going to be on the floor. Actually, let's just go for the straight line approach. We're looking for an item on the ground. And if you're wondering why I'm clicking on the treasures, it's because I've been in the missions like this before, quest ones, and instead of a regular object on the ground, it's actually a chest. So you run past it a couple of hundred times wondering what is going on and why can't you find anything. And that's your answer. You're looking for what you might be expecting as an object on the ground, like this one ahead of us now. I have no idea about the way out. I think this is it, actually. Yes, it is. Right, before we go charging off, let's just double check. Fine Zan Scepter. Is that a scepter? Give it to Dr. Hestia. Rightio. So, all the way back again. Although we didn't have to leave up a Sheol to do it. Give me lots and lots of XP, Dr. Hestia, please. Or you can give me none. Like that. Oh, this next bit better be worth it. Better be worth it. I think we're going down the hole again. So, moss-covered altar. This bit I do remember. I do remember this bit. And it's almost all the way to Adonis, even. In fact, is it quicker running from Adonis? You know what? It might even be. I'm not sure. Oh, what the hell. it's pretty now the sun's come up, so we'll stay where we are. Until we get down into the gloom again. Right, let's just have a smidge more lighting. Moss covered altar. Use the Zan ritual scepter on the moss covered altar. And then I guess kill this. No loot. Okay. Return. No! More running. Oh my god. Well, there's a shock, everybody. We now need to run back again. This NPC better give me a buckets of XP for doing all this. Oh, what a massive time sink. Gouter. I don't have a word. I do not have a word for what you are. In my opinion. There you go, can't see me now. A bit. Yeah, I could have quite easily done, what? 2, 3 team missions in this amount of time, even big ones. And yeah. And definitely have dinged 200 by now, but I am determined to resist the Inferno mission grind, because how interesting is it in a video, really? I mean, it might be later on if I, think of a way to make that quite entertaining as part of the story and the journey of this character. It would be part of it. Oh god, I thought we were going to fall then. And it might be, because if we do ding 200 in the next episode, which will be Shade playthrough number 23, we will be looking as a subtitle, Shade Goes to Inferno. Because we've already got the boots, and yes, I have already been there on this character and even done 1 or 2 team missions, and I'm saved in Inferno. But, for the sake of the sort of veteran playthrough kind of thing, I don't know, I think it could be, interesting viewing. Even if it's not, ooh, can I do it? Because I sort of know I can anyway. I managed to do it at about solo, I hasten to add. I did have offers to help me get there and get saved in Invergarden, which is generally what you would do as a veteran. You know, you'd ask guild members or friends, you know, oh, can you help me run this character to Inferno? And usually you set off from Penumbra, they kill some mobs so you can get to, if you clan, I think the nearest garden is Sorrow, and save there and then start grinding missions on it. Oh, that's pretty, but let's just drop it down a bit. That would be a sunset, which is a little bit more red. I'm not sure, even if it is a big reward on this, whether it will actually give us enough XP for 200. We may have to do a bit more. Don't know. But I am determined that in this episode we are hitting 200. Right. Not exactly sure what happened, but the altar erupted and a creature emerged. So I killed it. I don't want a new mission, I want XP. Come on! XP! Oh no! No, 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 no! Run back to Dr. Darnell. I'm not running there again. No. I'm going to go to Adonis and run the other way. Because I hate running the same damned route over and over and over again. Gout. Gout, you can stick your quests up your nose. It's funny in a way because it's pretty much nearly 14 years ago that Gauta gave us Shadows Lands. And people still absolutely hate the quests and the gardens. Still. So, in other words, it was a bad idea 13 years ago, and it's still a bad idea now. That's how bad your concept was. Just so you know, you're aware of that, Mr. Gauta. You came up with something so bad, people still curse your name 14 years later. I mean, don't get me wrong, we've had worse GMs in AO, and at the moment we've got Monsieur, who is probably one of the best we've ever had, if not quite possibly the best. I think there was a guy called Means who was incredibly cool. He was kind of a rock star GM. He really was. Very, very charismatic guy. And he did do some cool stuff. But Monsieur, though, to be fair, everything he said he's going to do, he has done. And he has also done it when he said he is going to do it, which is pretty damn surprising. You best give me some XP now. Never mind wave and sit down again. Give me XP. XP. Thank you, finally. If I remember, this bit's not a million miles away. And if we actually get a reward for it, not like we didn't for the last bloody don't know how much running about, we should be okay. Now normally I'd just delete that. And what? 150 on gamma, and it's still hard to see where you're going. This definitely needs a bit of work, doesn't it? But it is an open beta. Although I don't think it's much brighter with the vanilla engine. Now then, we need to kill some mobs. Pet hunt. Kill 3 canine mongrels. Now, where are the canine mongrels? Over there. So I think, actually, we need to sort of follow this a slightly different way. I think they're down this neck of the woods. Yeah. Okay, so there's one. Ah, I see. Right, and back to Scooby-Doo, as I'm going to call her from now on. No, I'm not. What's the betting we get? Oop, don't want to go that way. We want to go this way. What's the betting? We don't get any XP, or we actually do get XP and finally hit 200. Let's see. Right, hang on. To make this not gloomy, I've got to go to 200 gamma. Oh boy, that would mean it's pretty dark here. Just to compare and contrast, that's 100. Cannot see a damned thing. Just about visible at 150 and then actually visible at 200. That is nuts. Get up, sit down. I have the canine corpse for you. Give me more XP. Yes! Yes! Thank you! Ah, yeah, tell me whatever you know. So, perk. Totemic, no. Careful, yes. Yeah, grab that for now. And 205 before we can do anything with those. Maxed out on all of those. Melee. Maxed. Maxed. I could put it into fast attack, but it would be pointless. Nanos and casting. Maxed. Exploring. Maxed. Combat and healing. Maxed. And ta-da, maxed. Trade and repair. Maxed. Well, on anything I want to use. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Come on. I'm sure there's more mission, but... Shall we see? Shall we see what we get now? What have I got? 34k faction. So what's the mission? Ancient urns. Find an urn and bring it to... Find an urn and bring it to Dr. Hestia for identification. Maybe that is what that urn was for that we found earlier on. Alright, just to see what kind of XP we get. Let's go and have a look, and while we're at it we can now upgrade these, and I don't have to pick them up to use them anymore, so I can actually put them somewhere useful like a hotbar, and they will right click in, so I can swap them around in a fight. Yes, that's better. Right, well, just as an experiment at the end, let's see what kind of SK we get. I'm betting it won't be much. Oh, 205 to use the lighter side. Okay. Sure I had the nano one. Did I have the nano hood? Sure I bought it. I just not got it with me. Maybe need to look into that then. Actually, you might drop an insignia. Ah, there it is. Urn, and take it to Dr. Hestia. Right. Okie dokie. It's a bit whitewashed, that, isn't it? Now, if we get a reward at all, it'll be in the form of SK. Shadow Knowledge. Probably not going to get one, though. No. Oh, it just happens to be someone bloody miles away. Oh well, no, that'll do. I think we'll call it a day there. So that's 200 done, folks, and the next episode will be in a few days' time as our little shade who started out doing a rocket launcher mission in the new Arete startup area, will journey into Inferno. Okay, folks, bye for now.